Four men have been jailed after a Nottingham student was frog-marched into an alleyway and robbed during a terrifying ordeal lasting around 40 minutes. In the early hours of Tuesday, the 18th of April 2023, a 19-year-old student was grabbed by three masked robbers on Wellington Street in Nottingham city centre. The student was dragged into an alleyway where robbers closed a gate and prevented him from getting away. They took the student's iPhone and made him hand over his passcodes before accessing the victim's banking app and transferring £1,539.63 into another account. The robbers then fled the scene, keeping the student's mobile phone. A police investigation was launched and CCTV inquiries identified three suspects. They were tracked to a eatery in Hockley, where one of them made a bank card transaction. Financial checks enabled detectives to identify Oliver Sapanov as one of the three robbers, with further inquiries finding he was one of the three directors at a company set up 2 months before the robbery. The other two directors were Akil Hussain and Sefer Duzgan, who previously attended Luton College with Sapanov, and whose appearances matched those in the CCTV images of the robbery suspects. After some extensive inquiries, a number of warrants were completed, and this resulted in Nottinghamshire Police securing a plethora of evidence along with a large amount of cash. Detectives first executed a warrant at Sapanov's address and discovered the victim's iPhone in a bedroom. He was subsequently arrested on suspicion of robbery and money laundering. Hussain was also arrested during a warrant, with Duzgan handing himself in. A fourth person, Adil Din, was arrested on suspicion of money laundering, and bank inquiries linked him to the criminal enterprise. Faced with overwhelming evidence, Hussain, Duzgan and Din entered guilty pleas to multiple offences at Nottingham Crown Court, while Sapanov was found guilty by a jury at their sentencing hearings on the 21st of November. A victim impact statement was read out on behalf of the student who the court had been frog-marched into the alleyway. The statement read, "I truly believe they had no idea of the impact of their actions have had on me. The defendants attacked me from behind. They took away my liberty by taking me off the streets against my will. Like a prisoner, they held me against my will, and they stole my mobile and money. Throughout the whole incident, I was put in fear, as they had face coverings, and I genuinely felt at their mercy, as I thought I would get physically hurt. Had I tried to struggle or not have property they could steal. I still feel very uncomfortable walking home alone, and I am very wary of who is around me at night. These feelings do not go away, and this is all because of the actions of the defendants." Before passing sentence, Judge Michael Orty KC said the robbery had been meticulously planned and instilled real terror into the victim. The judge added he was inevitably terrified, and he preferred, no doubt wisely, compliance, having discovered just how far his three attackers were prepared to go. The reality is, when faced with three disguised men prepared as they were issuing threats in those circumstances, only a fool would have resisted. The defendants were sentenced as follows. This man, aged 23, of Huntington Street, Nottingham, was found guilty of kidnap, false imprisonment and robbery and money laundering. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison. This man, aged 23, of Avebury Avenue, Luton, pleaded guilty to kidnap, false imprisonment, robbery and money laundering. He was sentenced for 5 years and 3 months. This man, aged 22, of Hazelville Road, Islington, London, pleaded guilty to kidnap, false imprisonment, robbery, money laundering, and he was jailed for 5 years and 3 months. This man, aged 23, of Manton Drive, Luton, pleaded guilty to money laundering, and he was sentenced for 18 months imprisonment. Following the sentencing, Detective Constable John Hollis, who was commended in court by the judge for the high caliber and real skill of the investigation, said the victim in this case was subjected to an horrific crime. The defendants pursued the victim, who was walking home alone after a night out. They attacked the victim from behind, took the victim off the street, held the victim against their will, and then stole property. It is clear the defendants worked together by purposefully targeting a lone student, and by covering their faces, they thought they could get away with their crimes. Extensive police inquiries identified the perpetrators involved and arrests were made. The property was recovered and the defendants were clearly shocked to be caught. Despite trying to deny the offences, the evidence presented prompted the defendants to admit their guilt during the trial, and another being found guilty by jury. The victim in this case has shown bravery by reporting and supporting police action. This has assisted the police in bringing the defendants to justice and prevented further students being targeted, he added. I welcome the custodial sentences, and I hope the defendants now realise the impact of their cowardly behaviour and crimes. Please like this video, please comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.